Today I will show you how I made my first game in the role of a developer and why I think an old school text adventure is a great starting point for learning to code. If you followed me, you know from my last video that I've been sketching on a hex-based railroad tower defense building game. This concept was way too complex to begin with since I'm a complete newbie in the role of a developer. So I replaced my hex game with something super simple, a text-based game in which the player decides how to continue. To save time, I took the graphical style I already had from my hex game and mocked up a title and a game screen. I then prompted ChatGPT to write a short story with my interactivity in mind and set it in a pirate settings, just because I like that. I included some sound effects for button clicks and also an old song I made for one of the very first games I was ever involved with, called Cheese Maze. I probably spent 50% of the total production time learning and coding just the volume sliders for the audio. Finally, I exported the game as a WebGL build to work with the website itch.io. This platform is open and free to use, allowing for the release of games with minimal hassle and where players can try your game directly in the browser, making it a good pick for my purpose. In total, it took me 2 full weeks to complete this game. Naturally, most of this time was spent learning the basics of Unity and C# coding. ChatGPT has been tremendously helpful, but I also mixed it up with watching Unity tutorials from CodeMonkey, Game Dev Guide, Tarot Dev, and Coding with Robbie, just to mention a few good YouTube sources of skilled and helpful people. So I'm proud to say you can now try my game yourself. I'll leave the link in the description. To give you the correct expectation, it takes roughly 1 minute to complete. Making a game from scratch like this has to me been an effective way to learn, even when it's this basic. This approach forces me to think by myself rather than just following a step-by-step guide. Ultimately, this helps me memorize more of what I learn. So, with a slightly better understanding of game development and infused confidence, I will show my first steps into developing the complex game in the next episode. Make my day, say hello in the comments and subscribe to this channel. See you later.